What is up, Total Excellence? So, dudes, tonight's the day that we celebrate a closeout to the Flock series. So, let me see. We got this right here, dudes. Let me just share the screen for you, dudes. Let me see. Trying to avoid being a boomer moment. And there we go, dudes. The Flock series, guys. If you have not already, backed it, dudes, take full advantage of it. And if you have backed it, thank you, dudes, so much for being excellent. As always, dudes. So, I'm going to be dropping the link over here. So, dudes, I got Scott with me behind the scenes. I'm just waiting to get the green light. And then we will go off and just do our thing. So, yeah, dudes, I'm just so freaking happy for this campaign. I mean, pretty much Scott hit his goal. We're over $2,000, and right now, just only 6 hours left, dude. 6 hours left. We got 46 backers. I mean, I feel like I want to back it again because I didn't get the Gooseman package. And, I want to take advantage of that US free shipping. So, yeah, dudes, I'm just loving it. Oh, and what is this? Variant cover A. I wonder who that dude is. All right, dudes. So I'm going to invite the man of the hour, the creator of the Flock, and pretty much is the whole reason why we're even here in the first place for this closeout stream. Scott the Flock M. Wilson. How are you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing excellent, dude. I mean, we're doing a closeout stream, man.
I know. I'm so thrilled. I'm in shock that we got to $2,000. I'm so like, oh, this is amazing. I'm pretty pumped. I can get things rolling, and we're chugging away. You're doing these pages. It's like every other day I see like a couple upload. And I'm like, this is awesome. It's so nice because then I can get right to lettering and get things rolling and quick.
Most definitely, buddy.
Because I'm lettering as you upload, so
that's awesome. Yeah, man, that's my cue, man. I want to at least hit our freaking our deadline,
Yeah.
Oh, we got a comment. we got good. The Cavalry Collective here. Variant cover A looking fire. Oh, you are too kind, Paul. You are too kind, Paul.
Well, why do you think that's my avatar?
Yeah, right? I am just too flattered, man. Oh, man. So, dudes, if you haven't already, if you haven't gone on backed, if you are not a part of Nick's Patreon, I was a part of it. I got to chill and listen to Scott, Tyler from Draw and Talk, and of course the Cavalry Collective. Paul Tucker, I almost forgot Paul's name. I would feel so bad. Paul is just a phenomenal dude.
He is. I was talking with him the other night. We were on a stream, and he was very quiet, but when he speaks, he's like, it's like I gotta listen.
Yeah, no, there's a reason why he was quiet the whole time because he doesn't want to say too much secrets, especially with certain patrons that got to know all the deets. Apparently, I didn't know all the deets because I'm not in the higher tier yet.
Yeah, that was funny. You're like, but the funny thing is though, I was in the higher tier, but I don't say anything because I'm just so like oblivious to what's going on. I'm like, you're going to comment? Awesome. That's great. I'm supporting my friend.
Yeah, no, man. It is just bonkers, man. I mean, with you, Paul and Nick, y'all took a chance on a dude in the internet just coloring, and I honestly did not have any expectations, but just to like show some progress and hopefully, I might get some work, and apparently it did work.
Yeah. Well, let's let's bring it back a little bit. Let's figure out how this all started. So this all started. I had a campaign, and you did like an interview. We were on your show.
Mm-hmm.
Then we did a Kickstarter, and then I just kept going through, and then we did the Indiegogo, and I needed someone to do postcards because before the Indiegogo started, and I reached out to you. Hey, my colorist is kind of swamped right now. Can you take a knack at it? You did them. They were freaking amazing. They came out beautiful. The colors really impacted the whole setup and everything. So there's that. And then after that was going on, I was trying to make sure that the colorist was on able to meet the deadlines. So but they were falling behind. So I reached out to you, and you were, you've been blowing me away with issue 3 so far, because you've completed right now. It shows all the way to page 15, and I have all the pages lettered up to 14. It looks like right now, but yeah, it's been phenomenal. Your bright colors fit perfectly with the aesthetic that we're going for with the flock. So it has that old style feel to it, but it also looks very modern as well with the artwork. So I'm pretty excited and pretty looking forward to see your future though, because you're doing really well, and it's a starting out point, but also at the same time you're getting a lot of experience.
Yeah, no, most definitely, man. I was so nervous when Nick reached out to me, and then he's like, "Hey, bud, so you want a color?" I'm like, "Yeah." Is it even a question? He's like, "Yeah, like you want to do a cover for a Sunchild?" I'm like, What's Sunchild? It's like I got so excited. It's like, yeah, it's Paul's character. I'm like, oh shoot, yeah. So long story short, like I was so nervous. It's like, oh my god, it's like. I'm like I have a graphic design background, but I'm not very familiar with like Clip Studio and all that stuff. Whenever it comes to like converting from RGB to CMYK, and I oh my god, I was like so nervous because when he posted the colors, I was like, why are the colors way off? It's like it gives the old school look, and it's not what's happening.
Oh yeah, I know. I understand that.
I was like, oh my god, it's like, what did I do wrong? This is that. So then like I did like, I did my research. I looked, and even like the course that I took for Udemy is like, I just skipped all of it just for like the extra content of what he was going to say. So I think I made the fix. Hopefully I made the fix. Paul over here who's in the chat, I think he would, I think he would be the one that may have fixed it on my end. Let's see.
Yeah. So I'm going to show my screen here in a second, but I wanted to show issue 3 because we'll come back to it after I've shown it once or several times, but it's the first, it's going to be the first 4 pages of the flock. Right. And I also got the cover completed. So there's that. That's pretty happy about that. Get rid of that. Share screen. Where's that? There it is. Share screen. I don't care about audio. I don't care about audio. Where's it at?
What was it? Let me look at the comments really quick. Let's see. The Calvary Collector says, laugh out loud. Yeah, I was working on Sunchild and Underlord the whole time. Oh, okay. So that's why he was quiet the whole stream. I was holding out some secrets.
Gotcha. It's really hard when you know a secret and you just want to like blabber it and be like, this is what's happening. But I will say though, like this, a lot of the pages that when you send them to me, like some of them, if they've blown me away, I will share them to, Tyler, Paul, and Nicholas, just so they could see your work and see how you've gone. Because each page that comes up, it's getting better and better.
Thank you so much, man.
So, but yeah, I'm going to share with other creators because, you never know. You might be hired to do another comic and then another comic, and you can quit your day job.
Bro, that's the dream. That's my goal because my goodness, man, it's like
we'll get you there. We'll get you there.
thanks to you, man. Is like freaking Larry recommend me to another Larry that is
Yeah.
not related to the Larrys, but
Yeah.
it is pretty like it's pretty easy because the project is more like focused on the line art. I just
Yeah.
need to color the things that are important just for main focus. So I'm like, oh my god, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. And you
So
could even I don't do this, but you can even if you like to do flats,
mhm.
people do that as well. People can charge you can charge like, a couple bucks a page or something. I think they were last time I looked on the page, like one of those looking for work type of pages, it was like
Right.
15 to 10 to it was like ranges from $10 to $30 a page to
Mhm.
just do flats, not coloring, not putting, not the details, just flats. Just imagine just doing that. You can
Yeah.
get that done pretty quick in some cases based on the page. But right now I'm sharing the screen. I have the cover of issue 3. So this is what the
Beautiful.
cover is going to be looking like. I decided to go with the balloon of the. I wanted the Mountain Man, which is this is the villain of issue 3.
Mhm.
I wanted him to say something before. What he was saying was like it was too wordy to me,
Right. Yeah.
so I just shortened it down. It's like, "You will not stop me, Goose Man." Simple, boom, done.
Right.
So there's that, and this is what the cover is going to look like for issue 3. This is a
Mhm.
standard cover, so there's a variant cover for this issue. A variant cover is, of course, on the campaign. It's covered. It's issue 1.
Yeah.
So let's go over here. So I might be able to zoom in. Yeah, I can zoom in. Cool.
Yeah.
So maybe not. There we go. I have to click on this. Okay.
Yeah.
So, it starts off in it's September in this issue of
Mhm.
issue 3. You know, it's just a very comedic opening. Doesn't have anything to do with Gooseman at the beginning,
Mhm.
but it's just, two police officers are chilling. And I'm just going a little through this because it's on the campaign, you'll see it. So he's sitting there and he goes, "Is that a cow?" And then it's just like that doesn't seem normal in a city to see a cow, and he's wondering, but it's his first day. He doesn't want to screw it up with
Yeah.
the Sarge because it's his first day. He doesn't want to blow it, and
Mhm.
then Sarge comes out with donuts, and like I wanted to have like a lot of trash here to
Right.
impact like the cows went by, but we were too far ahead on the art. He goes, "Did you touch anything?" He goes, "Sarge, I think something's happening." Rookie's like, "You're always eager on the first day, and I think the bare minimum is a crime." And then the next page, you see this, and it goes, "Hope you have car insurance, city slickers," and it's just a stampede of cattle. And Sarge, he's like in his mind right here, he's going like, "I don't want this. I don't want to do with this. I don't want to deal with this. Okay, not today, not today." And then he just screams, "We have a stampede of cattle heading north downtown." But yeah, so it was a lot of fun doing those 4 pages. So yeah, so that's what we got so far. I have more pages I just haven't uploaded into the Google
Mhm.
Drive. Issue 1 art, I have some pages completed, and then we can show that, and then we'll show some of the stuff that you've been working on
Mhm.
recently.
Right.
Wait, my drive. Let's go here. So some of these pages are all over the place because it's just
Right.
they're not in order. But share screen.
Yeah. Let me go and check on the chat really quick. We got Neostar Productions in the house. The brilliant star that shines through the night. The sharp thorn in the side of thee. Riser Man stands before you. And we
Awesome,
got
nice man.
Nefarious in the house. Hail Ichthus and Scott Flock Wilson.
Hail, brother.
Hail. Let me see. So yeah, dudes. I mean, it's pretty wild, man. I mean, I had a lot of fun with the flock. I mean, it's very different and it's a challenge of its own kind. Because I mean, it's in the 50s. So
Mm-hmm.
and also it's in Canada. So I had a lot of fun, doing my research with like how the cars are like, certain colors of the cars within that year,
Yeah.
cities, like how it's certain colors and aesthetics. But I mean, it was just awesome. I had a lot of fun. I mean, it was like, honestly, dude, that was like something that I wanted to be part of, was just to color the flock, because I just felt like it was like it was a fit, because funny enough, when one of the members in the Drawn Talk Discord, they were looking for a colorist, and I wasn't at that prime yet. I don't think I even had a YouTube at that point. So I was just, I was just learning. And pretty much, like, my feedback was, I didn't get it, but he said it was good, but it was too, like, my colors were too bright because the story for the comic was dark. So it didn't really match for the theme where I was looking for. So I knew, like, okay, now I know my strengths, which is bright colors. I love bright colors. I don't know. I just cannot stand like muted colors. I don't know why, but it's just me and my own personal taste. But I just felt like when working on the flock, it really, like, it pretty much, like, how can I say, it pretty much uh not encourage, but it complements like the style, what I'm looking for. And with the flock, like, I want to go all out.
Yeah.
So
So this is page 9.
okay.
And I'm still working on the lettering here for the
Mhm.
crash here. But my favorite part about this whole page is this is happening, and Huck is just like, can't crime start after 11 a.m.? I just ate breakfast. So, but yeah, that's one of the favorite part. But like this art, this looked really well when it finally came out. I love the red that you made the truck. The truck looks really
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, man, I had a lot of fun just playing around with just finding colors. Honestly, that was my only challenge, was just finding the colors and what will be appropriate within
Yeah.
the scene.
Did you ever look at that website that I showed you? That's called Coolers, whatever.
Yeah,
I
I
stumbled across it and I was like, that's pretty interesting.
yeah, no, that was very interesting. Yeah, no. So what it is like, you just create your own gradients within the colors, and it's just like, I don't know. It's just freaking mind blowing. All the options and
Mm-hmm.
everything, even the complementary colors. Like, there's just even a larger option compared to how I use Adobe Color Wheel.
Yeah, I don't want to show anymore because there's too many spoilers.
Yeah, they're just pausing while they were going to be replaying it.
Here, I'll stop showing my screen for a sec there, and then I'm bringing this other one up. I just want to bring up the issue 1, because issue 1 is free to read on Global Comics in black and white. So there really isn't much spoilers. The one thing I did change a little bit is a little bit of the dialogue,
Right.
because the colors made a lot of things pop more. So I wanted to enhance the page a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So now this one, I'll show this one. This is actually a completed page. Now, originally,
Mm-hmm.
oh Jesus,
Oh man. Well, let me turn that off.
yeah, turn that off. What the fuck? The hell happened there?
I
Let me
don't
try
know,
that
man.
again.
It's just trying to flock off your web browser.
Okay, it should be good now.
Okay.
I don't want to cause a seizure. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
everybody.
right. It's all good.
So this panel right here, it was just him shouting Jackie, and then Jackie goes in and starts saying, looks like a scrap. I'd love a scrap." But I changed it up, and I made it seem like he was waiting for Jackie. So I was wondering when you'd get here. And then I go
Mhm.
into him saying, "Looks like a Donnybrook," which is the same thing, word for scrap,
Right.
is basically a fight. And then I love a good scrap, and then he goes right in the fight and bop him up. Surprisingly, Bop was used a lot in fist fights, and I did not know that in comics. I was looking for a wham or something, but
Mhm.
Bop is most used. I was like, wow. It just sounds like you're just poking someone. Bop.
Yeah, so
But
what was your when you were doing sound effects, especially like action scenes like that, like did you look into like old Golden Age comics, or did you look like the classic Batman series, like the Adam West Batman? Because I know they would like. Go ahead.
Yeah, so like the Adam West, but also there's this website that has like archives of like all the different like noise sound effects in comics. Thing is, if you just type in sound effects in comics, the website will come up. It's got thousands of different sound effects, but also it gives you a panel of where it was used, so you can see how to use it on the page or how they used it, like like for breaking glass noises or closing doors or aliens making noises. It's just a whole list of sound effects that are pretty cool that were like a guy was just like, let's just put a bubble bop there, good, let's get it done.
Yeah, no, most definitely.
But yeah, so there's that. It's coming along, everybody. It's going really, really well. Some exciting news. I got invited. I'm going to be at a convention actually in August.
Oh, wow, awesome!
So I'm pretty excited for that. It's a local one. It's in Ohio. So if you're in the Ohio area, northeast or northwest Ohio, it's in.
Okay.
It's called Neocon. It's because we're right by the what's it called? We're right by Lake Erie, so it's a convention that usually happen every year. They haven't had it since 2019, so pretty excited to do it. I'm gonna start getting some stuff for the table and get things rolling on that. But I'm so excited that we hit my goal.
Yeah.
We are. What did we get? We got to. Oh, it's not showing on here.
Hold on. I got it on my end.
I'll refresh it. We get 2,000. I'm pretty stoked about that. We got 46 backers. We are 133% over our goal, which is fantastic. I've invited some people to come on if they wanted to. Paul, if you would like to come on, let me know. I can send you a message as well on Twitter if you want to chill out with us. But yeah, so I figured tonight we're just gonna ask any last minute questions. The project will go in demand while we're working on getting it completed, but this is like kind of like the last day for the campaign being live.
Yeah, right.
But after today, I'm gonna start getting things ready to like packaging and everything. I got a ton of bubble wrap the other day, but I'm trying to get some boxes for like the bigger packages and start working on getting that all ready to go and then start getting getting the labels and starting to get things put together. I originally also, another thing on here, I had a thing where I was going to send everyone postcards. So I sent myself from 3 different post offices to myself.
Yeah.
And they came out, they were bent, they were folded, and they were like, the creases were all fucked up.
Dang.
Excuse my French, but I was super upset about it. Right. So I just decided, how about I just put it in with people's packages, and that way they won't get folded or creased or damaged, and it'll be in with your book as like another perk, I guess. But everyone's getting that, so and it's all of them have a note from me, so and they're all colored by Ichthus, so we're pretty cool to have those out there.
Yeah, no, dude. I was like wondering, like, I remember you made a tweet about like, oh, I'm gonna send out the postcards. I'm like, excellent. I can't wait to get mine. And I think maybe like 3 weeks passed is when I realized, I wonder what happened to the postcards that he updated, until like you made a tweet about it.
And then I updated everybody, let them know as well, just because on the campaign page, all backers got an update on that. But yeah, it was not good because I tried testing like maybe I waited a couple days. We'll see, maybe or whatever. But I was like, I don't want it coming in ripped up. So, but yeah, I'm excited. I'm going to a convention It's just I was
You good,
I
Scott?
wasn't I'm good. I was just like, wow. Oh, did you guys lose me? Oh, it's just me. Oh, hey guys. I'm in the show.
Oh God. Oh, oh man. Wow, that was terrifying. Now I know how your postcards feel. Oh man.
I'm just like, what? All
I
right.
was.
Well,
Uh,
that was fun.
do you have the postcards with you at at this moment, like nearby you?
I do, but I don't have a webcam. I
Oh,
can't
okay.
show, unfortunately. But let's see. I think I have. Well, they're on the campaign page. What they look like.
Let me see. Yeah,
Um, if you want to, if you can, we probably scroll through those.
most
Uh,
definitely. Yeah, man. Let me do that on my end because I'm not a boomer. I'm the guest of this show.
well, no, it's
Oh,
like
guest
you're on
host.
it.
I'm the
You're
host.
yeah.
What
You're
am
about
I
to say
talking about?
yeah. You're the host of the show. I was the host for like 4 seconds there. I was like, hey, how you guys doing? Hi. Um, so we've got um
Got the
I
goose
think
man
we
right here.
sold through we sold I think one hoodie, which is pretty cool. I was
Oh,
excited
that's
about
awesome.
that. We've
Okay.
got a commission um done one of those. We still had a couple of those available, but
Mhm.
we'll see how things go forward. But we got 5 people got t-shirts, which is pretty cool. I was pretty
That's
excited
awesome.
about that. And I'm looking at the how many issue covers that we sold. What's funny is issue or cover B was actually no one backed it until I think 2 days ago. We actually got it back around
Oh
in
wow.
cover B. So right talk about right at the last buzzer, you know.
Yeah. Right.
So yeah, so I'm pretty pumped because I'm gonna start actually going to this week on Wednesday. I'm gonna start getting the Pete poster to all the first day backers. I'm gonna get those set up and ready to go. I'm really excited to get things rolling and get things packaged together and get everyone's stuff out as soon as possible so I can start
Mhm.
working on the future of the comic and get the next campaign rolling. Since we already have I'm blabbering here, but we already have issue 4 and 5 is I think halfway
Wow.
already.
That's crazy.
Well, the thing was, I wanted it to be an August campaign so we can get it completed in September,
Mhm.
October, and ship it out November because I wanted those last 3 issues to kind of like come in before Christmas.
Right.
So that I have it's a goal. We'll hopefully get things rolling. I would love to um, get those in everyone's hands before Christmas. But these, I'm looking July. July is going to
Mhm.
be our ship out dates
Right.
and get those rolling. We're at this moment we're farther along. Um, you know, you've got what 9 or was that 8 maybe 8 more pages on issue 3,
Let's
and
see. Because I know I'm in what is it, issue 4, not issue, page right
issue
now.
14.
Yeah,
What?
yeah, right. Shoot. No, I am pretty much. So right now I'm working on page 16 for the Flock issue 3. So guys, if you feel like there was like a huge enhancement on issue 2, and there was, it was all right in issue 3. It was totally not planned, or in vice versa. You guys feel like it's like, all right, there's improvement in 2 and 3. It was fantastic. Then it was totally planned. It was.
I will say though, Ichthus, my favorite page so far that you've uploaded is the most recent one.
Yeah, man, that's my favorite too. It's like anything with a goose, dude. My thing was when I was coloring, I'm like, when am I gonna color the Goose Man, dude? When am I gonna color Goose Man? It's like, oh, it's like it's like
Even 10's a good one too. So
yeah.
it has spoilers in it. So we
Mhm.
won't show all the pages, but if you wanted to, you can show page 15, the most recent one you uploaded, because that one looks really well. Because I love the way you did really cool with the shadows.
Mm-hmm.
And there's Larry in the comments. Larry says hail.
Hail.
I said hail, bitch.
Let me see. Let me go back to the comics actually, because I'm just so far behind. Let me see. Neostar Production says the 1950s and in Canada. That might make doing a crossover a bit difficult. Neil just loves doing crossovers.
Hey, you never know. There could be a random portal from somewhere. How do you think all the Marvel characters got together? Portals.
Portals. That's your thing. Portals or a magical lamp that you go back in time and you're in the samurai age.
Or
you guys
stones.
don't know. Or
magical stones. Magical marbles. I call them magical marbles.
Magical, colorful marbles.
And there you go. Larry goes, Naibu makes portals. Hint, hint. There you go.
Yeah, right. Oh, man. And the funny thing, too, is when you said Neocon, I'm like, isn't Neostar Productions, like, running it? He's acting like, I'll look into it. It was like, yeah, sure you will. Sure you will, Neo.
That's
sure
funny.
You will.
Yeah, it's funny because it is called Neocon, but yeah, it's a convention in Cleveland, Ohio, which is where I'm from. So I'm pretty stoked to go there because a lot of local comic book, not even indie creators. There's a lot of comic book people that like writers and old producers that made comics back in the the 80s. 70s and stuff.
Oh wow!
Okay, like their children go there and like they always hang out. Like there's a writer that always shows up and he's been doing comics. I'm like, oh my goodness. Mm-hmm. Like he looks like he was before the Great War, like I was like, he looked like Stan Lee age, like he was really old, wow. But he was around when Superman was made. It was like, wow.
Oh my gosh.
Just the vibe, just the because here's the thing, it's just like seeing people that are around talking and interacting with creators that are just like legends to us, it speaks, speaks when you talk to these guys because they're like, yeah, me and Stan Lee got breakfast one night. I was like, what the fuck?
Dude, that's nuts.
But yeah, that's just like crazy when you talk to people like that. Like they know all these people, even like famous celebrities in general.
Right.
Whenever like talking about but yeah, I loved the artwork so far. The colors have come in and they're really, really awesome. So
the funny thing too is I use that as a thumbnail. So they're like, I'm pretty familiar how this looks. Yeah, man.
Nice. Yes.
I was so happy with this. I was like, oh man, money shot.
Yeah, right there.
Oh man. Dude, it's like, oh my god. It's like whenever I see Goose Man, it's like he needs to have a moment to shine, bro, with these pages.
Yeah. The one thing I like the most is that he doesn't have a cape.
Yeah, right?
And when you guys read issue 2, you'll realize why he doesn't have a jetpack here. But yes, it's pretty exciting. I loved how he comes out. Even the page, I think it was a couple pages earlier, Gino did like a big homage, whatever, to Spider-Man because there's where the way that he's on the page, it just looks like he's swinging around, like webbing, but he's not. So, but yeah, this one came out wonderful. I love the shading you did on the Goose Man. So. But the guys just there, the two guys just talking, having a a break, and then they're just like is that the goose man? Like just think of a reaction that like, he just runs by and just see ya, and then just jumps off the building. So,
Mhm.
yeah.
No, my favorite part was like when I saw this, first thing that came to my mind was like, is that Steven Seagal? It's like like, mind you, dudes, like these are not my colors, okay? These are like Scott's flats. Once I saw something, I'm like, this fits my style. So Scott, you did a phenomenal job with flatting. I think without you flatting, I think the whole process of me even getting pages done within a day, and a good day would be like what, like 2 days? No, 2 days, 2 pages within a day. So it really helps me out in speeding up the
Yeah.
process.
Well, I think that's what I'm going to do from now on. Like before I send anything to a colorist, I'm going to make sure the pages are flatted, just so that even if say I want to make sure at least I'm 5 pages ahead. So if I don't, I already had the pages flatted, several weeks ago. So we're just trying to catch up to where we were.
Mm-hmm.
But in the future, I'll probably make sure as I'm going along, if I end up starting to do like comics, more than just every campaign, and start doing like a website in the future with whatever, I'll probably make sure I'm like, you're ahead. So like the flatting's ahead, the coloring. So I'll go back and forth from flatting to do while the colorist is completing coloring, I'll start doing the lettering. So the production moves along smoothly.
Yeah.
And that's why every page that you've uploaded, I've downloaded it and put it into my drive, and then also putting it into my my computer and my flash drive, so I can start getting stuff lettered as soon as possible. I don't like waiting around. So then once you're done all coloring, the issue will be completed, and I can check that off on my to-do list.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, dude.
And the best part about the whole campaign in general is that everything is drawn and inked and flatted, and all we're doing is coloring. It's a magical thing when you have a lot of stuff done going into your campaign. So it's just like, it seems so simple, but it's so smooth as you're just getting these pages colored, because it's like I can cross things off on my big gigantic whiteboard I have, just like, that's done. Erase it.
Awesome.
That's done. It's gone.
That's awesome, man. Let me see. Let's go on the chat really quick. We got Jetfire317 here. Hello there, with his pet cat Obi. I'm not even kidding you. That's his pet cat's name, Obi, after Obi-Wan Kenobi.
That's cool.
So yeah, dudes. And speaking of something, actually, Neo Star Production says, "Who needs a cape when you have a scarf?" This guy.
A scarf? I can see Deadpool wearing a scarf.
I think it fits, but you know what? What makes it magical? You really want to know what makes it magical?
What?
Drawn Talk.
What up? What up? What up?
Hey Tyler, how are you?
Dude, how you doing? How you guys both doing?
Doing good. We're chilling.
Yeah, we're celebrating.
We're chilling, looking at pages.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think it's did you flat this one?
Yeah, we flatted this one, and then Icklis colored it. So he went in and made adjustments and everything. So
Oh, it looks great. Ickthis, your coloring has gone so good.
I know, isn't it? It's like insane. Like the first page you uploaded to me, I was blown away, and then every single page since then has gotten progressively insane. Like after page 5 is just like wow. Just because your details is getting so like perfect. Like it fits the vibe perfectly,
Yeah, no, man. I'm just taking I'm looking into like advanced coloring little by little. So, it's getting there. I even like use like this lamp here. Like I would like beam like the light in my freaking face. So I'll take a selfie and then I'll see like little highlights that would like hit me. So that's when I hit like little like just little highlights here and there that, once you guys receive the book, you'll know what the heck I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed coloring the flock, and I just feel like each page, like it's gonna be improving, and just once you guys even carry on within the flock series, I hope I would continue on with the flock series because I really enjoy it. It's a fun challenge, and I just feel like it fits my style of coloring. It really like I don't know why I always say this encourages. It complements what I am going for within my coloring style.
Yeah.
No, I think it
Well,
looks great.
Yeah, thank you, Tyler. And what are you up to, Tyler?
yeah, what
'Cause,
you working
dude,
on?
Uh,
you know,
yeah, right now, like as we speak, I am drawing page 1 of chapter 1 of The Girl with the Mega Fist.
Oh,
ooh,
So I woke up early and I was hoping I could draw the first page this morning, but my kid woke up faster than I expected, which is fine. So I'm just finishing up the last panel of line art, and then I'll do the what's it called the gray tones,
right.
and then that page will be done. Like I'm like able. I did the other not last week but the week before. I kind of took like it slow last week, but even then last week I did 4 pages, and this week the week before that I did 8 pages. So like grayscaling my book has
Mhm.
made the production so fast.
yeah. I would
Yeah.
assume. I would assume that would be like such a better outlook. I mean, that's even when you didn't grayscale My Life is an RPG, right?
No, Milana Ferris. I think I grayscaled maybe like 2 panels that I felt like, oh, I should, add some grayscale. But he added his own grayscale,
Yeah.
his own
Mm.
gray tones, to that book.
It's a fun read. If you guys haven't read it, you guys got to go to the Patreon and take a look at it. It was a fun read.
Yeah, no, most
I
definitely.
love the whole concept of it is really fun. It's just a
Yeah,
really good idea.
yeah. Thanks. I really appreciate that. I had fun. Milana right now had, like at the end of the story, I showed the concepts of book 2.
Hmm.
If like honestly, if I can get my Patreon subscribers up to a certain, like the next goal is 500 a month, and that means I can pay Milana to do like 2 or 3 of those
Wow.
a year,
Hmm.
which is the goal. The goal is to be able to put out just a ton of comics on my Patreon. So someone was like, "Oh, you just want to do Patreon so you can like quit your job." I'm like, man, that is the last like tier goal on there. Every goal, every goal, like the next goal is to so that I can hire Milana. The goal
Yeah,
after that
this is
is
Tyler right now.
the goal after that is just like a milestone, and then the goal after that, so I can hire a full-time colorist, potentially Ichthus, so that I can do like one chef's graphic novel a year, because I've got 12, I've got 11 more chef's books that I need to make, but I
Mhm.
can't do it. I can draw them. Like it takes me an hour to draw a chef's page. Like it doesn't take me
Right.
long, but the coloring takes about 4 hours.
Right. Yeah, that's exactly how long it takes me just to get the pages done. And it really depends too, like with if it's a landscape scene, I don't know what happens. It just messes me up big time. I'm like, what is wrong with me? It took me an entire day just to finish one page. It's like, I don't know, I feel like I'll be slacking, man. It's like I don't know whether just turning in a page or two for coloring is considered slow or not. I honestly don't know. I'll ask Kurt because Kurt's the one who I would take like these coloring courses with on Udemy. So I'll ask him since he's basically a pro.
Well, I mean, if you're doing it full time, like Alex Sinclair,
Okay.
he colors 8 series a month.
Oh my god.
He colors 8 books a month.
Okay.
But I mean, you have to remember he's doing it full time.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Because you got a day job. You're working during you're coloring, at night or when a day you have off. You got to remember, like, these guys are just, that's all they do. They wake up, they color, and
They
they
go to
color,
bed.
and they eat, and go to bed.
Oh
Yeah.
man, that's phenomenal. I wish I had that. That sounds like the dream. Every time I wake up, I'm like, it's 6 in the morning. I wake up 6 in the morning just to get like started with the pages, and the worst decision I have made on that Saturday. I thought, well, this time. I know for a fact I might take 2 hours to catch up, right? It was more than 2 hours when I woke up.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Those are the greatest naps ever. They just come out of nowhere. You wake up. What day is it? Is it tomorrow? Was it yesterday? What day is it?
Man, it is just awful. Let me check on the chat really quick. We got Juke joining the house, and he just said, just back the book. Oh, sweet. Thank you so much, Dustin.
Thank you, Juke. I appreciate that. That's Justin, right?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Thank you, Justin.
Let me go and refresh, because that's a fun part about these campaigns. No, that's not it.
How long are you gonna go in demand? Because I'm one of the people who hasn't freaking got backed yet.
How dare you?
How dare you?
You don't trust Scott?
90 days.
I backed the first 2 attempts. I backed the last 2 attempts.
Oh man, I want to rub it in.
Yeah, right.
So I was like, okay, I'm gonna wait on this one.
Thanks.
But I'm gonna back.
It's just gonna go to next 30 days, because the next 30 days is we're gonna get everything completed.
You said 30 days, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, when I saw closeout stream, I was like, that's why I messaged you immediately. I was like, oh crap, like, I can't miss this.
My thing was I was gonna make sure that I could give people more of the opportunity, because we're still completing the pages, and before I send it to printer, it's still gonna be available in demand. But it won't be in demand very long, just because once I start having the pages completed, it might be before those 30 days. So we'll see how things roll. But
dude, the worst thing that I hate about comics, about like the whole making comics phase, is the printing of it, like getting all the files like organized and whatnot. So everyone on the $2 and up Patreon tiers, we're printing My Life as RPG. So I had to get all those freaking files ready this weekend, and then I had to pay the printer, and then I'm like, oh, it's only gonna be $80, and they slapped me with like $40 shipping, and I went, okay.
yeah,
Sucks. Yeah, that sucked. And then after that, I freaking hate packaging comics.
Oh.
Like, I think it, like...
That's why you hire people to do it for you for free.
Yeah, right? I know one dude who does fulfillment.
Who am I hiring?
It's not really
for
bad. I don't know about free, but
I'm gonna be
money.
That's why I just contacted all my family members and be like, okay, you're gonna stand right there. You're gonna stand there. We're gonna do... This is gonna be like a Ford factory shop.
See, your family loves you,
Yeah,
man. Dude,
right?
my family doesn't even back my books. They're like, oh, you're doing something. They're like,
I will
doing
laugh
again.
my mom backed me so I can get over 2,000. So I'm very proud to say that.
There you go. Dude, my mom is so conservative. Like, so when
you're in Utah, right?
well, she lives in Texas.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, there you
but
go.
even then, but like on Kickstarter, they had like the Black Lives Matter logo,
yeah.
and she texts me. She goes, "Hey, just letting you know, I'm not backing your book." And
wow.
I was like, "Why?" And she's just like, "I just can't support a website that does this." And I was just like,
"Every company does this."
I know. Yeah. I was like, "Mom, like it's not a big deal." She goes, "It is. Sorry, I have principle." And I was like, "Mom, like you don't want to support me?" She goes, "I'll get you next time when you do a different site." And so when I went on Indiegogo, she was like, "There, I even bought $2. You happy?" And I was like, okay. And when I went to visit them, they were still in the freaking cardboard box. That's why I'm a very like I don't post on Facebook. I'm always just like, you know what? No one here likes me. No one here supports me. I don't trust anyone. I'm like Scott. Like, is your mom gonna back you on the next one?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Must be nice to have family members that love you.
My parents framed the books that I already had printed, the black and white ones. She framed them and put them on the mantle. They're above the fireplace.
Wow.
Right next to my senior picture, you know?
Maybe it's because I'm Chinese and they're just like, you're not published, you're not good enough.
You become doctor, right?
You got
Yeah,
like
you're not doctor, you draw doodles.
you got Tiger Mom and Tiger Dad. No.
Oh,
Just rips the comics in front of you.
She's like, there's a spelling error. Rip. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh yeah.
There's
Grammar. Yeah.
What is it? Larry says, like, by the way, Scott, you got a package in the mail on its way. Sweet.
Interesting. I got a package? Yeah. Oh, cool. I didn't know this.
I don't know what the package is, but
cool. Thanks, Larry. I don't remember buying anything recently. So cool. Toodles. That's awesome.
Toodles.
Toodles. Why not Flock?
Yeah.
Toodles.
I'm happy. When I get free shit, I get weird. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Who doesn't get weird with free stuff? Let me see.
Oh, people at the supermarket. I'll tell you what, they get friggin' insane. There's a free sample in the break room. It's like a stampede of people running up into the break room. It's ridiculous.
Right. No, brother. Let me see. I got something. Oh, we got another one here. All right.
And we got back in black. What?
Heat.
Hey, Pete.
Good morning, everybody. Let me know if my microphone is too loud or something. I've been messing with the. I'm a Mac guy who's on a Windows computer right now because my Mac died, and I'm like, I can't remember how to use this shit.
Are you gonna like invest on the new Mac that they released? What is it like?
The
Mac
color
24?
I'm probably a year away from getting another desktop because they're expensive.
Oh yeah.
And I'm very comfortable with Macs, so I'll get into it eventually. But for right now, I'm going to continue here. Luckily, I have enough other devices and stuff for art and other things. But I was just trying to get StreamYard to work properly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How you guys been? I haven't seen none of y'all in a minute. I mean,
man.
I've only seen a little bit of Tyler from Patreon because I'm one of his patrons.
There you go. I appreciate that.
No worries.
I'm trying to think where everyone. Everyone is. I've been super busy. I haven't been doing a lot of streams. I'm probably like gonna be like doing less streams on my own channel.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Kind of just over them.
And start doing like more stuff on your Patreon and doing like private stuff with your
No. Like
vlogs.
I'm gonna still do like I'm still gonna do videos on my YouTube. I'm just wanting to like I don't know. I'm seeing like there's like two kinds of like comic book creator. Like there's like three different types of like comic creator YouTube channels I've seen. You're either just one who only streams. You either only stream, you either only do commentary, so which like drama commentary, and then the third one is you don't even know what you're doing, but you're there. You're there. So I'm so for me, I'm like, okay, like what kind of how can I like level up my content so that
Right. Yeah.
I'm different. I'm different. So, I have a phone call with my comic book store, and I'm gonna try to do like an Eric Andre type show at the comic book store.
See, I'm in a similar boat. I finally, thank goodness, thank the gods, I finally found straight work. I
Nice.
got a restaurant gig again, and It was difficult for some odd reason, even though everybody said that the restaurants are hiring everybody. They're not.
Huh.
It's a lie.
Well, it's not that it's a lie. It's that they
It's
don't. It's here. It is. I'm 47 years old and fat. I'm not necessarily what they're looking for.
You know,
Don't get
it's
me wrong, I wasn't applying at Hooters or anything like that, but
Yeah.
it's a younger thing. Blah blah blah. Luckily, I have.
Did you say Hooters or Boomers? What
both?
did you say? Oh, okay.
Luckily, I'm not that guy. I don't the boomer thing. It's not me. But
I know.
it's just not me. No, wrong stream. I went back to a corporate restaurant, which I said I really didn't want to do, but I did. But you know what? I should have started with that right away because I'm very happy, and that's completely thrown my streaming schedule into a tizzy. But once I settle down, everything will be okay. But
That's good.
unlike Tyler, I have found my niche for it. I'm not a big show guy. I'm not a drama guy at all. I'm not a how-to guy. I'm really just, hey, I'm a guy who draws. I'm going to draw. And if you want to come in and check that out, cool. If you're my friend and you want to draw with me, cool. I'll bring you on. If you're my friend or we're buddies or whatever, and you got something going on like Scott, like Flock 2, you want to come in and talk about it, cool. Tyler wants to talk about some of his stuff, cool. Any of the other guys, hey, we want to talk about my book, cool. Come on. I'm not a host. I'm not doing a show. There he is.
Yeah, what's up, dudes?
I'm not a host. I'm not doing a show. I'm not doing a thing. I'm just a guy with a stream on Twitch. I just got lucky that everybody else was home, so I got to make affiliate on Twitch, and I'll stream on Instagram and Facebook from time to time too.
How's that TikTok game going?
The TikTok, both of us on TikTok. I'm going to tell you a funny story about TikTok. I was using it. I didn't know how I was going to use it, and I wasn't producing enough content on it to matter. So I kind of use it just to watch videos. I didn't care, right? Cats. I'll be honest, women.
Hell yeah.
Whatever. I was just watching it for that kind of content, and I was fine with it. Then I started using it as a vlog a little bit. Just I'll post, hey, today I'm doing this, and I'm having a blah blah blah. Cool. Mm-hmm. Hey, today I'm drawing this, and check it out. And whatever. Okay, cool, great. I still got nobody to watch my stuff. I still got nobody to do anything with me. Cool, whatever. I had gone and spoken to somebody. I was invited to come to a local comic book shop. This was a few months ago to do a couple things, and it was a shit show. It was everybody. No, everybody was busy talking about themselves. Nobody was talking about the other people there. Everybody was there just to shill themselves. I guess they hadn't gotten out of the house, and it was like, but nobody was there to even talk about the guy at the comic book shop who was hosting everybody, and
Wow.
it was really uncomfortable, and I didn't like it. And then I have a problem with anxiety and depression, but it wasn't depression; it was the anxiety. I basically had an anxiety attack, and I had to leave the store.
Wow.
I was like, because everybody was so into their own shit. I was like, wow, this isn't what we're about. Like, I'm not about this. I gotta go. So on the ride home, I started noticing that I was like starting to shake and stuff. So I pulled into a Target parking lot and I did a video. And I was upset. I was miserable, and I was at that point. I was like, I'm quitting art because I can't stand all these people. Mm-hmm. And it was really only like 7 people in the comic book shop, but artists that I had worked with before. And I was like, I'm miserable. This sucks. Blah blah blah. And Tyler, I'm sure you saw the video. You can see the video. If you go to my TikTok, you can see the video.
It's got views, man. It's got views.
It's got like 60, 70,000 views.
What's your TikTok? What's your TikTok?
The thing is this, Pete11717. I'm the same everywhere. So I was. It exploded, so I started using that as a bit of a mental health blog, a little bit of an art blog and stuff like that. And things have calmed down. I'm sure if I start crying on TikTok again, I'm sure I'll jump back up. But it was funny. So I got, the bonus from that is I got to go live. Now I can go live on TikTok because I'm almost at 2,000 followers, which really is no big deal. TikTok is really just for shits and giggles. I don't use it for anything other than that. Because until I can figure out how to consistently put content on it, because that's the thing, you have to be consistent with your content, and on TikTok I'm just not. So
it's hard.
Yeah,
it's hard.
Yeah,
I filmed like 15 TikToks yesterday because I was like, okay, if I don't do this now, it's not happening.
That's the looking into the algorithms and stuff. Like the 3 that I have down TikTok is they want you to do, I believe it was like 4 TikToks a day, and which is like, holy shit, that's a lot. Like, wow, I have a job. Nicholas Mueller, how are you, buddy? Like, holy shit, that's a lot of people.
Yeah.
And then Instagram has changed their algorithm. Now it's all about people saving and sharing your videos instead, or your stuff, as opposed to likes. And if they comment, it's got to be at least a 4-word comment, and you have to respond for it to matter in the algorithm. Okay, great. Now I need a PhD to use Instagram. Great. Twitch is pretty simple. You just got to get people to watch your stuff, which means you got to keep boosting content, but you got to keep doing. I see. My thing is this, and it works for me. I do ads. I pay for ads on it. I pay for ads on Instagram, and that helps. Hey, I'm going to be here. Ad. Hey, I'm going to be streaming. Ad. And it works. And Nicholas is absolutely right. TikTok just helps you get a completely different audience. A younger, much younger.
Yeah, most definitely. So Muttman has a question. He says, "Is there a payoff for TikTok?"
I don't know.
Yes. After you hit 1,000 and you can go live, people can start gifting you stuff. So basically, when you go live, they can give you gifts in your stream, and that will equate to money. I've made like $50 off TikTok.
But also like,
the creator fund.
No, not even that. But like doing TikTok, also like you should never do the social media if you don't see like the monetary value.
Right.
Like I'm meeting tons of creators on there who are making manga, and I saw your message, Scott. Who are making manga, who are doing awesome things, and I'm meeting them through TikTok. There is no way. I met some dude. It pissed me off so much. But he's making his own manga, and he's talking about it, and he has less videos than me. I'm gonna say, and his art is is fine, but he is so good looking. Like he's like so if you go on his like Instagram profile, it's nothing about with art. He's an athlete and he's just ripped, and I'm like, go away, please. You're like, he's so good looking, like he's smoldering. He's like, hey guys, let me tell you guys why people are reading manga over comics.
Oh jeez.
And it's and I'm reading it like, tell me what I want to hear.
Tell me more.
And
tell me more.
But and he has like he's getting tons of subs. And so I reached out to him, and we're trying to get him on the show. Even though I said I don't really want to do live streams anymore, but like I guess the point is, like, you can meet so many awesome people on TikTok if you like I met that girl Katsuguri,
right?
And she was on TikTok, and she's this 19-year-old girl who's making manga. There was no way I was ever gonna find her. Like, there is not only that, you're finding other fans. Like, I post about my manga, the girl with the mega fist, and people go, oh, this looks so cool, where can I read it? And like, those are people that were never gonna find me anywhere else.
Yeah, it's just new avenues trying to get your book, getting your book out there, getting your all your work. But that's everything. We should all try at least something to get our stuff rolling. If everyone has their different avenues, but new avenue arises, you got to try something. You know?
Well, TikTok is where I found I could be a little bit fearless and I could put some things on. And like Tyler said, because I do a lot of 3D art too. I mean, I paint and stuff, but I used to clay and ceramics and stuff. And I've been trying to do some things with resin, and there's a community for that on TikTok, and you can find them. But you can also there's a creator fund where you can monetize TikTok too. I mean, I really haven't monetized TikTok that much. Instagram, Twitch is what I've really, because they have their game plan set to monetize Twitch, and it's a hard road, but once you're on the path, you can do it. You just got to stick to it and produce content.
Right. You know what? I'm hearing a little bit of TikTok on my end of things. Let me welcome LP in the house.
I said hail to the motherfuckers at the flock, Wilson. I said hail.
Hey Larry, how you doing, buddy?
Good, brother, man. Congratulations.
Thanks,
you're
man.
at the tail end, successfully funded 30 days. Now, Scott, you've extended 30 days into the world of In Demand.
Yes.
It's like a whole new campaign, Scott.
Well, basically.
Hey, look at that.
Yeah,
Who drew
let's,
that?
let's talk about you, P, for a minute. Let's give you a highlight on your art, buddy.
Going to get that sent that to the printer on Wednesday.
So excited about that. I love this piece because I after doing Naked Cannibal Campers, where I was drawing mostly naked women, which whatever. It was actually nice to give back to the ladies with a little beefcake, But I liked this character a lot, and working with Scott was cool because he kind of gave me the parameters, but he gave me the freedom. So when I came back with this, he loved it. But he had a couple notes, but they were perfect. He's like, I love it, but he's a manly man, so we need to get some hair on his chest. And I was like, awesome. And which I was like, all right, dope, no problem, that's easy. But then he goes, he was also in the Canadian Special Forces, and he was talking to me about it. And while he's talking to me about it, I'm Googling, and I found the tattoo, the patch that the Canadian Special Forces that he was talking about, the guys that fought alongside the Americans in World War II. So I found the tattoo, and that's what's on his shoulder is the patch for that unit. And I wouldn't have known that and found that out if I was working with Scott, which was really cool. So I'm super excited about that. I can't wait to do more.
Put a little history in there. You got to do it.
Yeah, man. A little story, and then just had some fun with this. And I'm not the colorist that our esteemed host is.
But, too much, guys. Come on.
I decided to have a little bit of fun with this one, and I got to play and explore a little bit. I mean, I have the original version, which I'm sure I'll mail to Scott eventually for the next book. Maybe
Yes.
you can sell some original art too and make that a tier or something. Yeah, exactly.
Hell yeah, we'll put that.
Nice.
Well, that's my thing. All my stuff starts off traditional, and then because I wanted to send it to you guys quickly, I just scanned it and made digital versions because and it was easier that way just because I'm not mailing and all this stuff.
Yeah,
and with
makes
COVID and
sense.
everything, mailing was weird. So I was like, no, let me get this out digitally. I can just do a Google Drive and whatever, and it's good. And there it is.
We had a commission tier on the campaign as well for Ichthus, and we just did digital. So it's a commission. You get 3 books plus a digital commission. So,
Sick.
So hopefully someday we'll have something where we can start mailing out physical copies. That'd be
dope.
amazing, and excited to get that rolling.
Oh, and speaking of Naked Cannibal Campers, I was given the first peek at the digital, which will be being sent out soon. The book is in printing, but I've got to read the book, and yeah, it's exactly what you would think it is. It's sexy, it's funny, it's fun, it's bloody, it's a fun ride. I'm very excited.
What the hell is an e-boy?
Yeah, what is it? Yeah.
Same thing as an e-girl.
He is talking about the Justin Biebers and all those.
Man, I gotta tell you, Ichthus, I'm way too old for some of this stuff, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a dinosaur, brother. Everyone on this chat knows that I'm old school, brother. You know what I mean? But I'll tell you something.
I might be the only one that's older than you.
I'm warming up to this thing called Instagram finally.
Right. Oh no, really? You're jumping to
love
Instagram now?
I love Instagram.
Only now because, man, everyone's like, you should go on Instagram for sales and plug your book, and I'm like, that involves a phone. I'm a PC guy. You know what I mean? Like I tried to do a TikTok. Right. But it wouldn't let me do it through the computer. And I'm like, what is this garbage? I need to be able to use a PC. Why can't I mimic TikTok on a PC? Why do I have to walk around with a phone to do this? But anyway, I found a hack for Instagram so I can be able to run it through the PC. Next thing you know, I'm getting sales requests for books. I'm making sales now on Instagram, right? So I'm warming up to Instagram. I'm at least getting that far.
Instagram, when you start, look. I will co-sign on that. There's a piece I drew, a mashup that I was drawing, Bruce Lee versus Batman. I call it Bruce versus Bruce. And as I was drawing it, before I was even done, it wasn't colored yet. I was just inking it on Instagram Live.
Right.
A buddy had jumped in the chat. Was like, "Hey, cool, how you doing? Hey, what's this?" And I explained what was going on. He goes, "Okay, I want it." I was like, "I haven't even finished it yet." "Well, how much are you going to sell it for?" I was like, my usual price, whatever it was. And he goes, oh, okay, let me know. I'm like, yeah, cool, no problem. 13 seconds later, because I'm on my phone, streaming Instagram, I get the PayPal notification that blah, blah, blah has sent you X amount of dollars for the Batman Bruce Lee piece. And I'm like, okay, well, everybody, I guess this is sold. Prints will be available. So Instagram is a fantastic, especially for like instant gratification in regards to sales. Instagram is friggin' great.
Fan art, Ichthus. Where did Ichthus go?
I don't know.
He does that. He does that. He
pops
steps out
every couple
Yeah.
seconds.
He steps out every once in a while.
He's
Oh,
like,
that's
I'm
fan
fucking
art?
out, boys. I had enough of this.
That's a
He steps
fan
out
art?
every once in a while.
This is not incredible, Scott. This is fan art. I just got
That's
this
cool.
today. This is
That's
from
cool.
a guy. You guys may have heard of him. His name is Bad Ankle Bill. He hasn't been around in a while, but he just like pops this to me. He's like, "Hey, yeah, I saw that new logo Antarctic Press made for you, and I decided to do some fan art. And what do you think?" And I'm like, "Fuck, that's fan art, brother. That's a goddamn cover." You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's really good.
He didn't want to post it just yet, but so I'm kind of breaking the rule. He was waiting until tomorrow morning to post it, but like I was just like, man, there's only a handful of us. We're safe. We're good.
Yeah, it'll be all right.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
So,
I got-
Scott, tell me, what's the next stage now? How far are you? I'm going to take over Ichthus show for a second. How far
He's
are
not
you?
even here, so
That's right. How
It's
far
all right.
are you
All right.
sir, in the final sort of stages of production now that you've wrapped up or somewhat wrapped up your funding?
So funding's all good. We got and packaging materials. We got all that ready to go. We are, as pages are getting colored, I am lettering them right away. So
how many pages are needing color and lettering though? That's the question.
So we all the pages together are about 72 pages, 74-ish pages that need to be colored, but we've already colored majority of that, so we're down to maybe the last 30 pages, but everything's been flatted. Everything's been for each issue, issues 1, 2, and 3 have all been flatted.
All right, so this is all three of them encompassed then, right? Okay, I got you.
Well, there'll be floppies, of course, but each of them
there
are.
he is.
There you go.
I'll come
I
back,
know.
Connor.
My internet is just acting up, so don't
We're
worry.
bunkers.
The important thing is you guys are still around. So
Well, your show almost went downhill, brother. I was going to take right over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
right, no, most definitely LP. I know you are well experienced of having a big group of people in your show. I have yet to master.
I
that
wish I
yet.
could go back to 10 people. I'm just too cheap
Bro.
to pay for the StreamYards.
Bro, the last show I did that was like a show, not just hanging out. I had 10 artists in the room talking about indie, underground, unwashed artists, and
I thought he was going to say unwashed underwear.
I heard unwashed too, and I'm like,
some of them may have been, my crew is the underground crew, the unknown crew. So there was 10 of us, and maybe some had dirty underwear on. That might, that totally would fit the situation. But it was like, whoa, this is a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, 10 people is a lot to juggle. Even 6
It is.
people, if they're talking over each other and that sort of
Yeah.
thing, it's a little bit hard
Amen.
to juggle, I had a really great show the other day, though, guys. I want to share. I had Ben Dunn of Antarctic Press, like editor over at Antarctic Press, 35 years in the business, man. He looked like he was older now, obviously, but he reminded me like the old guy that sells you the Mogwai in Gremlins.
Yeah, baby.
Oh my goodness.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, but he was a blast, man. And then that was like a 3-hour interview that felt like 15 minutes, brother. And we're talking like 35 years worth of history of this company, right? And then I never hear from the editor in chief ever since I signed that little contract. Next thing you know, I'm getting emails from him, right? Hey, man, here's a new logo, and you can use it if you like. And wah. It's been quite a journey. They had half my book wrong, Ichthus.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so watch out for this, guys. You ever do a little bit of publishing with someone?
Mm-hmm.
Make sure they send you the PDFs of the books, because I get to see the exciting comics that come out like in October and November right now.
Oh,
they
fantastic.
chopped up the book, so I had to write back to them like, you're missing half the shit. You know what I mean? Like, you took out the fucking fight scene completely. You missed the establishing page.
Why were there missing pages?
Well, I thought it was just like editorial decisions, right? Like, we
Right.
only got so many pages to fit stuff in, so we're going to pick and choose what's going to go in, right? But there was just stuff that didn't make sense. Come to find out, they had a damaged PDF. And they said, well, this is what you gave us. I'm like, that is not what I gave you. You know what I mean? Here, let me send it to you again, right? And so I go ahead and send it again. And next thing you know, I get the new proofs back, or the new, samples or whatever. And
Right.
they're on the ball. So you got to double check everything.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Makes sense.
But
So when's the next campaign, Scott?
Yeah, when's
issues 4 and onward?
I will surely
August.
would know when.
August.
August is what I'm shooting for. We're going to do probably mid-August, if not very early September, because I would love to get issue 4, issue 5, and issue 6 out to everyone before Christmas.
Now, you mentioned issue 6, right? Is this a 6-issue miniseries, Scott? Or, like, because I'm not even sure. Is the Flock like a self-contained story, like you got a beginning, middle, and end, or is this just like, dude, are you going ongoing with this? Like, as long as people are buying the Flock, you're making the Flock.
Honestly, at this point, yeah. It originally was going to be a short series. It was going to be about 6 issues, but I've coming up with different story ideas. I want to keep going on. I'll probably, if I get to a point where I plateau, if the comic ends up being like, I'm getting support, but it's not where I want it to be, I'll probably do a final issue and I'll just wrap everything up, and then I'll move on to another comic.
Everybody dies.
That's
Yeah,
right. Don't beat 'em
everybody-
after midnight, brother. You got it.
Yeah, they're not fit. The Gizmo.
He's talking about the Mogwai.
Mogwai, yeah.
So,
But yes, the next campaign though, it's gonna be there'll be a catch-up tier for everybody. If you do not back this campaign, issues 1 through 3 will be in a trade.
yeah, so that's going to be the next question that Nicholas asks is like, are you doing a trade in the next campaign, Scott?
You would almost
Yeah.
have to, Scott, I would
Yeah.
say.
Oh yeah,
If you got, like, once I have enough material, I'll do a trade. I would recommend everyone at least do a trade. And then, you know what? You can cash cow that one against Scott.
yeah, because it's gonna be great. Because I'll have a trade available for issues 1 to 3, and then my goal though, since it's gonna be sent to the printer in July, I'll have books ready for me when I go to. I'm actually going to do convention. Everybody, it's gonna
Which
be.
one are you doing?
It's NeoCon, and so it's in Ohio. It's
Okay.
on the west side of Cleveland.
Yeah.
And it's pretty cool. It's a really fun convention. I'm excited to actually be in a convention.
Is this your first time, Scott?
Oh no, I've been to
No, I mean,
several.
as a vendor, though. I was like, as
No.
a man behind the table.
No, this would not be my first time.
Good.
This would be like my, I would say at least 4th or 5th time going
wow.
in. But the thing is, though, I wasn't the creator. I was the guy at the register working for someone who was a creator.
Okay, well, so that's a different story. You now you're representing you in your book. You're
That's
going to
awesome.
be behind that table, and you're going to be,
Yeah.
you're going to be shilling your stuff. You're going to be pumping out the Flock. And Scott, I'd be shocked if people don't recognize you, because after a year and a half in isolation and COVID, right? People are going to be antsy to get out. And you know what? You'll be surprised how many people go, you know what? I think I saw this on YouTube, or I saw this on Facebook somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've already been experienced the antsy of people getting out. We've had a few shows out here on Long Island and in New York, and a few markets and stuff like that. And the summer went from, we'll see how it goes in like late April to in middle of May. The summer was booking out to now the summer's almost completely booked with shows. And look, I booked as many as I freaking can. I want to get back to my 40-45 shows a year. So that wasn't me.
I'm not
No,
home.
that was my bad.
Yeah, all good. But yeah, it is crazy because even in general, everyone was stuck inside. Everyone wants to do things. There's this little, like, they do these rock band shows where like all these different bands come in and do performances that are like kind of like cover bands of different famous, like Journey, Coldplay. It's like just a random band that do like covers, but they thought that they were just going to have like a couple people show up. They had cars going into like
This
like
is what I'm
part.
talking
It's
about,
insane. There were so many people. They ran out of alcohol.
Yep.
They ran out of like
Yeah.
drinks.
And why do you
And
think that is?
It was insane. And the bands, the cool thing is the bands, they got so much you know, all these people listening to them, and they're nobodies, but they're cover bands. So they're playing music everyone knows, but you know, what a way to get more famous with all these people showing up.
Well, I mean, the reason why that it's sold out and, you know, every booze is selling out and it was packed is because, again, we've been isolated for a year and a half, right, Scott? So imagine now you go to NeoCon there in Ohio. Everyone's been jonesing for a con. That place is going to get flooded, sir.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, it's gonna be. I can't wait till an actual, because these have been little things, but when an actual con hits a little bit later next month, I can't wait to see what happens, because by then New York will be probably completely open, and
Wow.
we were last week. The governor announced that once we hit 70% vaxxed, we're open.
I got my bug shot today, speaking of which.
Congratulations.
Good job.
No, seriously though. I mean, I didn't even want to do it. And I was like, I go down there and I'm like mailing Niobe packages. Like, if you have an Indiegogo, it's in the mail now, by the way. And Scott, you did back.
Yeah, I know. I was confused. I was like, what did I do? Oh, I forgot your Indie. It was funny because I bought a package from you weeks ago, and I thought I was like, I already got that, and I forgot about you had an Indiegogo campaign.
Right. So I wrapped that all up, and I'm down at the pharmacy because that's where our post office is. And I'm like, I got this appointment on Wednesday, you know, because of my stint and this surgery I just had. So I go up to him like, I'm supposed to get my bug shot on Wednesday. I can't make it. They're like, how would you like to have it now? Fuck, we can do that. So I went ahead and got it done. My arm's sore. That's about it so far. That's the side effect I'm feeling right now. That's
right.
It's not even that sore. It's like if a mosquito had bit me and it's just like an irritation.
Do you know which one you got?
Yeah, it was the Pfizer.
Okay.
Oh,
The second one will give you a little, but that's about it.
yeah.
Only reason it hit me harder is because I'm diabetic. Only reason.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It kicked
No,
the second one kicked the living shit out of me.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's interesting because my mother is diabetic. She got her shot, but she's not that bad. So she was like hoping and praying, like, you know.
My mom went through same thing. She went through the first one and was like, woohoo, I'm fine. Yeah. I'm like, okay.
Justin in the chat says, one day when I'm not bored or poor, sorry, Justin, I thought you were bored. One day when I'm not poor, I got to get me a tablet just for comics so much faster. There you go.
I got to I see everybody in their Wacoms and stuff like that. And yes, I have an Intuos and I don't like it. If anybody wants it, I'll sell it to you cheap. But I discovered Procreate on the iPad, and it's changed my game a little bit with some of that stuff. I mean, I'm still a traditional guy. I just am. But like I think the way he said it, it's absolutely right. It really is so much faster.
Oh yeah, Tim Lim makes Common America on Procreate. I hate Procreate.
Really?
I adore it. It's just easier for me, and I have a buddy in Ohio actually, David Tevenall, Battle Damage Dave, tattoo artist and a comic artist and graffiti artist who puts out a shit ton of Procreate brushes and stuff, and he's helped me out develop my game.
Well, that's cool.
So,
hey, I gotta bounce, but I got one last question for Scott. So for the next campaign, are you gonna do like the you can either get issues like 4, 5, and 6, or you can get the trade paperback?
I think I'm gonna do that, but also have an add-on for each if you want to do either or, just so that people can get everything all at once if they wanted to, if they want to catch up.
Cool beans. Well, hey, I gotta bounce, everyone. Peace.
All right,
thanks for coming by, Tyler. Awesome.
All right.
Then there were 4.
Yeah, so this is page 10 out of issue 3. This is colors all by Ichthus. So the art is by Gino Kasyanto. He's the artist for the series at the moment, but he's been doing great. He's already on issue 5, so I don't think he's going to be leaving anytime soon. And he's going really well. This is great because I love this page a lot because it feels like Spider-Man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
it does.
Fantastic.
So is he like legit holding on to a string, kind of swinging around? Is that what's happening there, Scott, or what?
It's like a grappling hook on his wrist. so I was able to shoot it out. But yeah, it looks very homage to Spider-Man, so I love it.
Yeah, no,
Next
dude.
thing you know, Scott is like doing like Spider-Man 300 cover swipes and shit. Fucking,
Hey, I've talked to Gino about it. We'll see what happens.
Right? Yo! Oh, man.
that one, right? All right. Listen, I'm also going to bounce, but Scott, congratulations. I didn't know this was pretty much on the tail end. I saw you in the chat last night when we did the show, and I sent you a link, but maybe it was too late for you.
I was
cooking steak.
Right.
I have some positive news, everybody. So my schedule has changed just a smidge. I've been promoted at my job, so I have a lot more hours, and my schedule's completely changed. So I'm going to be busy more often.
He's now head chef at Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a head cheese so I can start getting more money to make comics. So
you are the big cheese.
Hey, look,
now.
if it wasn't for having my day job, there'd be no comic book, right?
I mean,
now it's at the stage it could probably, if I really pushed it and nickel and dimed everything, it could probably pay for itself now.
Yeah.
But I mean,
when you
I'm sure every single one of us. No, I know every single one of us has a day job, and in fact, I'm assuming that most of the people in the chat who create comic books all have day jobs. Very few people do this for a living. You know what I mean? Like at this stage in the game, And it's just how it is, man. You got to juggle what you got to juggle, and maybe one day, maybe what you do as a hobby or as a side business turns into more of a full-time gig. I mean, I can tell you, in my case, between really it comes down to the private sales I've been making on eBay and Instagram and Facebook. That's really starting to become more like a job. Like I ran out of mailers, and I'm waiting for mailers to come in before I list anything else up for sale because I got nothing to mail them in.
Right?
It's kind of a good problem to have, but I mean, like, you just keep pushing, man. And Scott's been a guy who knows how to push. He's never given up. Listen, you're talking about a guy who didn't really make it the first time around and said, you know what? I'm not letting that deter me. I'm going to hit it again. And he went and he came and hit it again. He hit it again on Indiegogo and he made it now. You know what I mean? And I can tell just by when I talk to him, the enthusiasm in his voice and the fact that he's like, I'm finally getting this out. I get to go do this. And now guess what? I get to go to NeoCon in Ohio, and I'm trying out all these different avenues. It's nothing but forward and onward from here, Scott.
Oh, I know. I'm really excited. Thank you, Larry. I appreciate that. But yeah, I'm working hard, getting things rolling. I'm starting to scratch things off on my to-do list. It's a great feeling when you start doing that and getting things, put together. Lettering as colors pages come in, setting things to my person who checks my grammar, so everything's all good. And then having it confirmed and putting it in the right slot. And then also now that I'm at a convention, I'm getting stuff together for that. I'm pretty pumped. I'm excited. It's weird because it's like the past couple of weeks have been just like a crazy, just because I've been working a lot harder at my job, and I do admit I haven't been promoting the campaign as much as I would like to, but now that I've been, pushed into that promotion, I can take a step back and be like, finally, I've gotten over this little hump that I've been trying to work on since last year, trying to get things rolling, and it finally happened. So now I can work on getting this campaign going, get the next campaign going, maybe get another book out, another series that I would like to be working on. I've been writing nonstop. Whenever I have the time.
Right.
And I have ideas for a whole different series that's not even related to the flock. So I'm hoping everything's gonna go good in the future. I know it is. Hey, with my mindset and my goals and my organization, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna do fine.
Well, right on, Scott. I'm going to bounce,
Most
man,
definitely.
but thanks for letting me pop in for a few minutes just to say hello and all that good stuff.
Thank you, Larry, for
I'm
coming
going to go
by.
watch some
Thanks for coming by,
GA
Larry.
and Ricky now and see what's going on over there. All right, peace out, gentlemen.
Amen.
All right, peace out, bud.
Good night, sir.
Awesome.
All right. So, Pete.
Yes,
I
sir.
love you, bud. and I want to showcase your art and everything. But since YouTube is kind of a bot right now, anything that's a little bit sensitive,
Oh.
it's crazy. It's like even with like drawings, it gets you in trouble.
TikTok is the same.
Really?
Yeah, I posted. I forget what anime piece it was, and then next to it, like I was doing a video talking about the anime piece I did, and next to it was she wasn't naked, but she like bikini kind of thing, and it got taken down. So I totally get it.
Yeah. So it's like I want to make sure that even though I'm popping off, once I come back, everyone doesn't pop off.
Right. Well, here let's do
certain picture.
Let me do this then, and then
all right,
because this is clean. This is neck up, barely any skin at all. Barely any skin at all.
I want to showcase your art too,
and we can talk. Actually, we can talk about this. There it is. And because this is actually
wow, this is beautiful, man.
This is me on Procreate. And this is another TikTok creator, and I was like, she's really cool. So I was like, okay, and this will be. I like the pose. It was the pose that got me in the hair. So I'm like, let me play on Procreate with this.
Wow, man.
And have some fun. And that's just. I don't think it's done. I think it's a good. I didn't want to do anything more to it, so I can go back to it and be like, okay, like in 6 months when I'm doing other pieces, and I can go, okay, cool. This is where I was. This is where I am, which is why I don't have my book out right now. I have 2 books that I could have out right now. Right. And I had one of them out, and this was about 4 years ago, but I turned around and said, when I looked at it again, I decided, you know what, I'm not printing anymore. And I'm going to be completely honest, because the art is garbage. I've grown as an artist, and especially my sequentials were trash. They really were. I have no problem saying that. Now I'm better at it, but I'm still taking the baby steps. Like, I know my art's better, so cool, pinups, covers, whatever, this kind of stuff, I'm in. But as far as sequentials, I'm doing one, Alan Johnson's book, Kajar and Kajaria. He's doing a kaiju thing, and it's I forget how many teams he has, but he's doing an artist and a writer. People don't know each other. 4-page kaiju fight.
Wow!
And he's doing like a tournament style book. And he said, "Would you want to do that?" I'm like, 4 pages? Yeah, that's a great idea, because I could start like that. And then I'm gonna to a couple of the other books that I'm doing, and I'm gonna try to pitch. If I can get in on a pinup, I'm gonna try to pitch. Hey, can I do? And you can use it or you cannot use it. Can I pitch a 4-page side story or a 6-page side story? Because I don't know that I'm ready to do a full 22-page or 40-page or 100-page, but I know I could put together a 4-page or a 6-page that would make sense and look good. Because again, I went back to my roots, and I did some film study, I did some storyboard study, I did some other stuff, to try to get my sequential stuff back where it belongs if I want to do this seriously, because you have to study constantly.
Yeah.
You have to always be a student to do this stuff.
Yeah,
of
course.
If you don't, you're an idiot. I'm sorry. Because I've heard people, oh, well, I already know how to do that, so I don't need that. I'm like, well, then you're a moron.
Yeah.
Everything.
Well, yeah, I mean, you just got to work on it. There's no, even artists that are like perfect, like people think they're perfect, are learning every day and learning how to get better. That's how they got to their stage.
Yep.
And are like they're constantly learning. But yeah, so I don't know much longer Inkless would like to go for, but I would just say this has been an amazing night. I appreciate everyone that's been coming by to watch.
Everybody
the stream.
popping in.
Everyone popping in. No one popped off, which is good. No one popped off.
Yeah, that's great. And nothing. Yeah. I just gave you the cover, by the way, of that thing that I was talking to you about.
Yeah, let me bring that up right now. And I, just to hop on to like what you were saying is like, when people say,
oh, cool.
I already know this, that's when they stop learning, period.
Yeah. Yes.
That's when the quality of their work starts diminishing. And, I'm a student as well within coloring. Like, it's gonna keep growing, but the only reason why it's growing is because I'm still doing it. Like, I'm looking at videos, and the thing that a lot of people, especially in the art community, what they take for granted is observation.
Yes,
observation is part of learning, period. I mean, even with school, like you had to observe with everything, whether it's math, science, the basics. But if you do not use observation, if you just start learning like within like real time and not literally just sitting back and just
Yep.
learning and just focusing on what they're saying, then you're not really learning. You're just
I will
taking a
say,
shortcut.
sorry, I will say though, the best way to get better at sequential art, and even as a writer, I'm not, I'm not like drawing or anything, but I draw thumbnails all the time and how I want the page to look. I just put up on my in my apartment, I got 2 big gigantic whiteboards, and when I'm thinking of a process and how I want the page to look, this is kind of behind the scenes how I do my stuff, but I'm drawing like how I want that page to look with whiteboard markers, and just like, oh, I don't want this, I erase that, I do it again and do it again, and then I once I have an idea what I want, I'll write it out exactly how I want it, and then I send it over to the Gino, and Gino, like, he takes things out of my mind and just blows me away. But the thing though is you have to do that. You gotta get better at sequentials. You always have to do thumbnails. Thumbnails is like,
bro.
is like the best step to get better at it. At least for me, I don't draw.
I take a huge pad of newsprint and I do the same exact thing in different colors. So the final color will be what the final will be look like. So, but I'll go through that stream with different colors and different ideas. So it looks sloppy, but I know, okay, I just follow the red. The red is where I want to go, and stuff like that. I'm just excited that things are opening up again, because I have sketchbooks full of gesture poses. I feel like I'm very lucky. I have New York City, a train ride, a 45-minute train ride away from where I live. So I love it in the springtime and the summertime to be able to go to parks or coffee shops or some of the outside stuff. I'll sit with a sketch pad and my headphones on and a cup of coffee, and I'll watch. I call them street light poses. When people are waiting to cross the street and they're waiting at the light, I'll draw them while they're waiting. And once they're gone, they're gone. But so it might be 30 seconds, it might be a minute. But doing that all day, I got sketchbooks full of just. It's basically learning drawing from life, which I think is super important. But
Very
B, also, I'm not drawing. I'm drawing. And I don't. If you do this, cool. If you don't want to do this, cool. This works for me. It helps me learn and keep learning and keep sharp. I'm not drawing the dynamic superhero pose every 5 minutes. Now I'm drawing somebody standing with their hand on their hip, looking at their phone, or somebody taking a picture of a building. Like you see a lot of my pinups, a lot of them look like they were holding a phone or something. It's because I will ask somebody, hey, listen, stand while you're looking. Can I draw you while you're looking at your phone? Just because it's not, the Superman pose or the Wonder Woman pose. It's different. Even the guy that's on the screen now, that's not your even because he's a villain. He's he's eating these people, but he's that's not your typical. But he's just sitting there, just like kind of like he's waiting for a bus or something. And that's kind of I kind of like having that human aspect to all of this, and that's absolutely, artists definitely see the world different, and absolutely, it's sequential is a monster. It beat me up the first time, but it like beat me up, but now I'm like, okay, cool. Now I know what I can do, and I can, But that's all of us.
Yeah,
that's all of us. So that's good. We're all students, which is cool.
Yeah, as long as they consider themselves as students and not something else. But and also too, man, is like it's something that I learned along the way within learning is that it might be controversial how I'm going to say it, but learning free content like YouTube and stuff, like for example, David Finch, huge. You're going to have a huge library of things that David Finch is going to teach you about how to draw an arm, how to draw a shoulder, a back. Like you have a huge library of David Finch just telling you the whole body and everything. And he's self-taught. Great. But if you learn from some other artist that you like within their style, the thing that you as an artist will not know, or I've discovered this is like you're learning their bad habits and that you don't even notice. There might be a certain thing like how they draw the arm or how they draw their neck. I'm not saying David Finch, but I'm saying like in general other artists that you may look up to. And sometimes you might look cookie cutter if you just only follow within one master. As an
Yeah.
artist, you have to look at other things, and and I like to see other artists that there's one artist, his name, as far as I remember, his username is Skull Diamond 94, and he has a really cool art style where he mixes a certain manga artist with Jack Kirby, and I'm
Wow.
like blown away. Like, what a freaking mix! Especially like within
Evan
manga.
Morris.
Yeah, I think
I just
yeah, I
found it.
think that's
I
it.
just
Davidson Morris.
I just pulled it up. Evan Morris. I just pulled it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's also another guy. If you guys are getting into doing characters, like caricatures or like if your book is more turns like animals and all types of different creatures, Christopher Hart does a lot of tutorials on YouTube as well.
my
He's
God,
got a lot of books.
Who does not know about Christopher Hart?
Yeah, he's got tons of stuff out there. I've watched a ton of his stuff.
I love watching tutorials and stuff. Like I watch a lot of Richard Friend and just a few lots of stuff. I got to tell you, every once in a while though, and I love it. I love him to death. He is the reason why I do this. I'll watch Todd McFarlane draw something, and it's like, yeah, and then he'll be like, okay, this is a shitty version of Spider-Man. Please, it's just a sketch. It's nothing serious, and it looks a billion times better than any Spider-Man I've ever drawn in my life. And I'm like, damn it. Thanks, Todd. And then I know any artist, I'll turn around and I always say this and it's a joke. When Master Kim comes on and you want to watch Master Kim draw live, I believe he's Korean or Chinese gentleman who draws straight with the Pentel ink brush pen. And he doesn't like, he's drawing these perfect and anatomically perfect things straight out of his head. No pencil, he's just drawing straight from his head.
Right.
And I'm sitting there after 5 minutes. I'm like, wow, that's amazing. Then after 6 minutes, like, wow, I'm never drawing again. Screw this. I can't get to this.
Yeah, no, that's funny too. I learned that method from Butch Hartman. He says if you're gonna start like just draw within pen because it forces you to like draw like just like that. Whatever method that you have in mind or anything without just doing the structures and everything, just draw in ink and just go wild with it. So.
Because I'm gonna. Okay, hold on, really quick. I'm gonna do this because I'm an asshole. Hold on. Where is it? This is Master. Because I have to show him off. This is Master Kim. Just straight up, just.
Oh my God, dude! Yeah, no,
Just
Master
drawing
Kim is a whole new other level.
It's a whole. He just. I'm mesmerized by him, and then after a few minutes, it's like, I'm never gonna be this. I quit. I'm gonna go be a dog catcher. This sucks.
Yeah, no, with Master Kim, man. I mean, the dude, his secret is that he just kept drawing things over and over again. Of course, you would not know that, but that's his secret. It's that he drew the same thing over and over again at a point where, like, his mind is literally like a filing cabinet. He doesn't need to look at references. Like, he just drew the thing.
It doesn't need a pencil. He's just so smooth. I can't. One of these days, I'll be at a show where I can go to one of his panels and just watch him.
Oh, I would.
Yeah, no. The one question he hates the most is how you've memorized, without structures or anything. He hates that question because it's the most common question.
The answer is simple. He's a master. He just did it. It's really that simple. He just did.
Yeah.
It's that he just did. I mean, if I could dedicate that kind of time to constant, like, I'm going to be completely honest, during some of my best work came out during this pandemic because all I was doing for 12 hours a day was drawing.
Right.
And, we were all able, or writing or coloring or inking or whatever it is, or sculpting or whatever shit it is we were doing. We all got to do it. And then and if this is advice, cool. If it's not, whatever. But I know what I'm doing is, even though I'm starting the day job again, like Larry said before, and I'm trying to be busy with shows and this, that, the other thing in life, I'm still going to dedicate a set amount of time a day. I'll set a minimum and a maximum just because, some days you got to work and some days whatever, for drawing. Even if it's organizing my stuff or sitting down and polishing off some paintings or something like that, because I have a ton of canvases that I got on sale. But
That's awesome.
And I have a gigantic art show coming up in July, which I can't wait for. It's not Comic-Con, it's like underground painting stuff show, which I can't wait to get into. That's where I started.
That's awesome.
In right after college, in college and right after college, I started with because remember I'm old like Larry. I'm 47. I started doing underground graffiti shows, pop-up art shows, pop-up painting shows, and things like that. Always into comics, always drawing stuff like that. But the Comic-Cons were different back then. The Comic-Cons were, I mean, there were some Big Apple Con was around out here and a couple others, but they were mostly you went there for long boxes and to see famous comic book artists.
Yeah.
We're never guys like us at these. We were the fans. We were the fans. Yeah. And luckily the way it's grown and stuff, and now that there's, possibly a show every weekend, at least one, we're all able to be at these, which is cool. Well, wait, the comment. What is it? 10,000 hours? Yeah, doing something will make you a master at it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to highlight that. So, what Justin is asking is, like, what is it? Like, 10,000 hours doing something will make you a master at it. Yeah, so I remember what Master Kim said. Like, okay, we're talking about a dude. It's like, for somebody who is a master at this, like, the dude just drew, like, basically when he can, like, pick up a pencil is basically it. Like, he drew while he was in school. Mind you, he gets in trouble from drawing in class. He never did his homework. He just drew. So the amount of, like, I honestly do not know, honestly, but let's just say, like, if you're starting out right now, okay, you got to treat drawing or any skill that you're learning, period, like it's a gym. The most common thing that a lot of people do that are beginners is that I'm going to do it every day. You are setting yourself up for a burnout. You're setting yourself up for stopping, period, within long months. And you're going to be like, oh, how long was I out for? 6 months. And you'll be like, crap.
Like, think about it this way. 10,000 hours is about 417 straight days. That's straight. Like, if you did from beginning to end, the full 10,000, that's 416 days straight. So factor in sleeping, working, whatever, blah, blah, blah. That's years to dedication to one thing to get good at it. But remember, that's just one thing. He's drawing, so many other different things. It's like how many thousands of hours. And like you said, he just didn't pay attention in school or anything like that.
Yeah, that's it. It's like you literally took a risk because, like, I'm just going to do art for what? I don't know. He's a freaking kid. Like, how is he going to figure out? Well, he figured out now. So we already know where he's at. So
I got to go, actually, because I got to get up early for work tomorrow. But I appreciate everyone hopping in and saying hello. Thank you, Ichthus, for hosting. Yes. This was a fun time, as always. Everyone who's backed the campaign, I love you dearly. I cannot wait to get things sent to the printer. Ichthus is power through on the pages.
Sick.
We're going to get things out to you guys pretty soon. And then be on the lookout. The next campaign will be launching relatively soon.
Super excited.
We might do a Kickstarter right before fulfillment. If everyone, I'll do like a survey and do like a short campaign, maybe like 7 days while we're sending things to the printer. So we're excited. I'm excited.
I'm excited.
We're getting things rolling.
Unfortunately, I have to go. Also, I do have an early morning, so I apologize. Sorry.
It's all good. I work early mornings. I just neglect my sleep.
Yeah.
I work. I sleep. I only sleep 4 or 5 hours a day.
Because you guys are young and can do that. Just wait. I know 47
young.
Wait till you get. Wait.
Have you seen this?
Yeah. Have you seen my gray beard? Shit. Wait till you get to the abuse that I've done to myself. I also had a harder 20s than you guys. I didn't have the internet or any of this nonsense, this fancy stuff. I had to go to the library and sit there and, we have a research paper. Cool. I'll take out 20 books and I have to find them and I had to walk up the 20 feet of snow, 10 miles.
Both ways.
Both ways. My father got arrested. He used to said that to me once. I'm like, you were a kid in Puerto Rico.
Wow.
Yeah, well, it snowed once. I'm like, Dad, stop.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Well, thank you guys. I'm gonna
Yes.
head out. Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Have a good night, everybody.
Good
You
night,
too.
dudes. All right, guys. Thank you all so much for watching the stream since beginning and end. Or if you just joined in the middle section, or you're watching pre-recorded, I do truly appreciate it. You all ooze of excellence as always, guys. And remember, guys, remember to stay excellent. Scott, what will be your last words for just pretty much of the stream? Just your last final words, buddy. I know you need to go to sleep, but what will be your final words for tonight, buddy?
My final words will be stay tremendous.
Wow. Breathtaking. All right, dudes. God bless. Remember to stay excellent. You all ooze of excellence.